Akim, first off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Hebrew, and Yahushai being the name of his beloved Son in the ancient Hebrew, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Alright? I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who taught us well, and who I learned under. And sincere shalom to you, the elect out there, listening and pushing this word in truth and sincerity, alright? Alright? And today's lesson, I just wanted to be a continuation of this video I did last week about brotherly love. I wanted to go further into charity and how you should be giving it, all right? You should be more giving than receiving, basically. More of a help to brothers than you are of a burden, all right? Now, let me just get this in the in the sword in the Bible. Salakia. So yeah, Lord willing, this next lesson is edifying to you brothers out here listening, all right? Salakia. Now this is First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1. It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and have not charity, and they're going into the tongues of men and of angels, it's going into brothers who are gifted with the ability to speak multiple languages, that are able to speak, in tongues, basically, and carry themselves with wisdom, basically. But it says, and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And if you're not doing it sincerely, hey, bro, like if you're doing it, Salakia, basically you're doing it to boast, like you know all this and you know all that. Like you have the ability to speak in tongues, you have certain wisdom that other men might not have. Hey, you're doing it to boast, all right? And that's just wicked. It says, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Now you're just nothing but sound, all right? That's basically what it is. A cymbal is those two things you hit with your hand. The boom, that's a cymbal. You're nothing but a sound. You have no weight to your words, basically. It says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and of understanding, Salakia, and understand all mysteries and all acknowledge, Salakia, and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I have to remove mountains, and that's something we all want. But at the same time, it says, and have not charity, I am nothing. So again, this further expressing that if you don't have charity, if you don't have brotherly love towards a brother, let's look at that word charity, man. That charity is just talking about brotherly love. All right. So like your brothers. This yeah, the Greek word is agape. Agape.
Strong's G26, agape.
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 All right. And yeah, definition of it is just affection, goodwill towards a brother, love towards a brother. All right. Benevolence, kindly affectionate towards one another, brotherly love. All right. That's basically what that word means, charity. All right. And that's why I say that's why it says, man, if you have not charity, hey, you may have faith, you may have the gift of prophecy, the gift these breakdowns, certain wisdom and all that. It doesn't mean shit if you ain't treating your brother right. Hey, because going back to the two greatest commandments, all right, Salakia, the two greatest commandments, man. What did Yahweh Shai are the two greatest commandments, all right? Salakia, brothers. I don't know why it's doing that. Matthew 22, all right. Now this is Matthew 22 and all right, Matthew 22 and 35. No, this is Yahushai. It says, then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? And Yahushai said unto them, all right, thou shalt love the Lord Yahweh with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. What does that entail, man? It means you're gonna, you're gonna Salaki, you're gonna teach in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're gonna profess His name in front of everybody, and Lord willing, Yahushai comes back and we're able to get saved. All right, that is part of the love. All right, it's doing your shows, going to camp, reading, doing what you're supposed to be doing, praying to the Most High, all of that. All right, it says, um, verse 38, this is the first and the greatest commandment, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You know, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. All right, two of the greatest commandments that Yahweh Shai just stated, man, to love the Lord with all thy heart and to love your neighbor as thyself, your brother. And that's not going into everybody. That's not even going into all of Israel, which are the so-called Latinos, native Salakia, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are the 12 lost tribes of Israel. But that's not even talking about everybody. That's only talking about the ones sincerely pushing out this truth, that are listening, that are learning, that are trying to grow. All right? It's talking about the 144,000 brethren that are seeking this truth and hoping to make it all the way to the end. Putting in their hand in the plow and working all the way to through the end, enduring it all. All right? That's the brother is talking about. All right, and going back to First Corinthians, 13 and 3. All right, it says, and though I bestow all my goods and feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. It doesn't give, it doesn't matter, your good works or whatever, man. Yahushua said, call no man good, but our Father which is in heaven. All right, but if you ain't sincerely, believing in that, that taking care of your brother when he's down and all that shit, then hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? Now it says, charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself. It not puffeth up, man. Hey, hey, bro. If a brother is suffering, we're all suffering, man. Basically, we're all one body. We're all trying to, do right by the Most High. That means, taking care of one another when we're in down situations. And charity doesn't mean, envying that brother either. All right, or puffing yourself up, thinking like, oh, look how much I gave, because it doesn't matter how much you give, man. It really doesn't. Are you giving it sincerely? All right, let me get this, man. And First Peter's. Now this is First Peter's 4:8. It says, and above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover a multitude of sins. All right. No, charity is supposed to, man, it's love, man. This love is supposed to something we're supposed to give, man. It's telling you that it covers a multitude of sins. If you know you're fucked up, and we've all gone there, we've all felt it. We aren't worthy of it. Like we aren't worthy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the knowledge that He gave us. But hey, He's given us that knowledge, and for what? To further, to go further beyond and teach it all the way to the four corners of the earth. Lord willing, we are the teachers. All right. Now, it says it covers a multitude of sins. If you feel fucked up a situation, you can help out a brother, man. Then hey, I'll help that brother out, man. All right, now, yeah, let me get this in Second Corinthians as well. Now this is 2 Corinthians 9:7 says, every man according as he purposed in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for the Most High loveth a cheerful giver, man. Hey, be more ready to give than to receive, man. And it says to not give grudgingly, all right? Don't give like with the heart of like, man, I don't know if I have enough or this much. That's wicked, bro. If you're able to give and the Most High has blessed you with a good enough job to like be able to do, then hey, by all means, give, man. Have faith that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will bless you because of that. All right. You just gotta have faith in all that, man. It's that simple. Salaki. Let me get this in Matthews. 20, 20. Salak of Matthews. Now this is Mark 12 and 41. All right. Let me read this account right here. And it says, and Yahushua sat over against the treasury, and behold, now the peoples cast money into the treasury, and many that were rich cast in much. It's telling you that many rich folks, cast in a lot of money. But there came a certain poor widow, it says, and there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, with which made a farthing, which isn't that much. But here's what Yahushua is gonna say. And he called unto him his disciples, and said unto him, verily I say unto you, that this poor widow hath cast more in than all they which had cast into the treasury. That's talking about unto the rich who, cast in much. But hey, why did she give more than everybody else? There he says, for all they did cast in is for their abundance. But she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living. All right, and that's something that we want to be able to do, not necessarily even with money, but like with with our teachings, with our lessons, with our videos that we're pushing out. Hey, we want to give it all, man. Lord willing, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that it helps us, brothers out there, that it comforts brothers. And even with charity, even with, with these tights and like money, hey, yeah, we are supposed to be like that lady. I mean, like that poor widow, but at a certain extent, you're not supposed to give it. Hey, we're all in slavery, bro. We know how much we can give, but don't be selfish with how much you can give either. All right. Don't think like, oh, I don't know if I don't feel comfortable, giving the certain amount. Like say you get say say like if a brother's in need, say Salakia, say you're in a situation where you're fellowshipping with a brother and he doesn't have the funds to eat. What are you gonna do, man? You're gonna make it a way so that that man's able to eat as well. That is a part of giving, and that's a part of just like being a brother, basically. All right. It would be wicked if you just tell them like, oh shit, yeah, so hey, that sucks, bro. Pray to the Most High that you get your next meal and all that. No, that's just all type of wicked, bro. All right. Now I'll end it here in Matthew. Now this is Matthew 25 and 31. All right. And it says, when the Son of Man shall come in all his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Now this is talking about Yahushua coming back with that vengeance, all right? And it says, and before him shall he be gathered, all of the nations, and he shall separate them from one another, like a shepherd dividing his sheep from his goats. All right, and that sheep being, his men, that served, stiffly for him. And those goats are being talking about the people who are going to be destroyed. It says, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Then shall the king say unto them, on their right hand, come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world, since the very beginning of the world. Lord willing, we are those brothers who are predestined, all right? It says, for I was hungered, and ye gave me meat, and I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in, all right? Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. And it says, then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord Yahweh, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, and thirsty, and gave thee drink? All right, and this is all going into being a brother, man, and knowing like if a brother is in need, not to be wicked, and if you're able to help him, hey, to help him, man, help the man. It says, when saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or in naked and clothed thee? Or when we saw thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, insomuch as ye have done it to one of these least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. All right? To the least of his brethren, man. That's what goes in to show you, like, treat every brother, as you would treat yourself, man. Treat better than you would treat yourself, man. Hey, bro, you got to treat that man like he's Yahweh Shai. It doesn't matter, shit if he just came in or if he's been, years into this thing, bro. It's the same amount of respect to every brother, man. Just like it says in Philippians, man. You have obeyed as much as in his absence as well, man. How Bashem Yahushua is looking all around. Salaki is looking at you all the time, man. Remember that. It says, Then he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was a hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. All right, those of you wicked motherfuckers, who aren't, giving, your tithes, who aren't doing your videos, who aren't, doing what is commanded of you, basically, who isn't showing love towards their brothers, man. Because love, it extends, and of course, give your tithes, Akim. Do your videos and all that, man. Help brothers at times and needs and all that. That's why it says, man, Salakia. That's why we have a motto over here in the Los Angeles fam. Is pray, fast, study, work out, get your hustle on. It's important. Every single of those things are important, man. Down to praying, fasting, studying, when you have to. So like fasting when you have to, studying, working out, and getting your hustle on. Because if you don't have a job and shit, how the fuck do you expect to help out brothers in times of need? Man, you're supposed to be more helpful for brothers instead of a burden. All right. It says, For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they answer, and saying, Lord, when saw we thee hungered, and athirst, or a stranger, a naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye did not one of the least of these, ye did not to me. All right? That's why it's very important, man, to go out there preaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Man, it's very important to have a solid job. If brothers are in between jobs, find a way to, incorporate a trade in your life, something with a little bit more stability, because we're supposed to be financially stable here. In order to help out, brothers, we're first supposed to help out ourselves. And once we could help out ourselves, we could help out the brotherhood. The most important thing, remember to give, man. It says, Then shall ye answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye did not to one of the least, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteousness into life eternal. All right. Hey, so yeah, if you ever put into a situation where you come up with money, or whatever it may be, man, remember to always be charitable with that. Or if you're ever put into a situation where it's like a brother needs help, help that brother out, even if yourself is a little tight. All right. And yeah, hey, remember to always upload your shows. Do what you can, for this ministry, for the body, for Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, because that's a part of being charitable as well. All right. Feeding the flock. All right. Remember all those things. So hey, with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to you, Akim, out there listening. And again, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, all right, Bashem Rakakodash in the Holy Spirit, and the water Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right. So, hey, with that, Shalom Akim.